The assassination of Malcolm X was significant because he was a leader in the Black radical movement, as well as helping Black empowerment in the mid-20th century. Born Malcolm Little on May 19, 1925, Malcolm's father was a preacher for Universal Negro Improvement Association, where he lived in Omaha, Nebraska. His father, Earl Little, was disliked by many white supremacists who believed whites were superior. Earl was harassed by the white supremacists because he taught blacks to embrace their roots. Earl received many threats and his house was burned down, but he continued to teach, and because of this, he was later found dead. Malcolm's mother was stricken by grief and deemed unfit to raise her children. Malcolm was sent to foster care, but nonetheless, he continued to work hard. He did well in class and set big goals until one of his teachers told him his goals were unrealistic because of his race. While he knew this was true, he wanted it to change. After he graduated from the 8th grade, he moved to Boston to live with his sister Ella. In Boston, he was arrested for breaking and entering. In prison, he learned about the religion of the Nation of Islam. He was allowed to go on parole and he moved to Detroit. Once he was there, his brother Wilfred convinced him to join the Nation of Islam. His brother told him to renounce Christianity because Christianity had oppressed African Americans for a long time. Malcolm quickly rose through the ranks of the Nation of Islam. His natural speaking and writing talent gave him a lot of media coverage. He strongly opposed racial inequality. This earned him many threats from white supremacists. He eventually adopted the name Malcolm X because he said the X had a sense of mystery and it symbolized all the things he had been before: an ex-smoker, ex-drinker, ex-Christian, ex-slave. He was silenced by the Nation of Islam after the comments he made after the assassination of Kennedy, when he said that Kennedy could only expect to be assassinated because of his environment. Malcolm found out that rumors about the leader of Nation of Islam, Elijah Muhammad, were true and approached him, but Elijah said that his actions were justified by the teachings of the Nation of Islam. At this point, Malcolm realized that not only was Elijah's lifestyle flawed, but the teachings of Islam were flawed in some ways too. He then left the Nation of Islam and joined Sunni Islam. He felt that their values were more righteous. After a journey to Mecca, he became less of an extremist and began to preach nonviolent protest. After this, he began to receive threats, but this time not from the white supremacists, but from members of the Nation of Islam. His house was firebombed, but he and his family survived. On February 21st, 1965, Malcolm went to speak at Audubon Ballroom in front of an audience of 400 people. Shortly after he greeted them, 3 men in the front row stood and shot Malcolm 16 times with a sawed-off shotgun and automatic pistols. He died immediately and in front of his wife and children. As the killers fled, one was caught by the audience and was identified as a member of the Nation of Islam, though Elijah Muhammad denied any involvement in the murder. Throughout his life and death, Malcolm X inspired many blacks to stand up for their rights. He changed from his extremist viewpoint to one that was more understanding of all races, and greatly impacted the civil rights movement.